Hi, I'm Chris Roberry, a volunteer with the National Roller Coaster Museum and Archives. For just a minute, let's take a look around and see what we can find here in the facility in Plainview, Texas. By the end of the 20th century, the origins of the National Roller Coaster Museum and Archives started to take shape. Executive committee members of American coaster enthusiasts worked towards fundraising efforts and establishing bylaws and the establishment of a board of directors. Soon, the amusement industry was encouraged to get involved. Larson International became instrumental as the new millennium got underway. With its help of storing donated artifacts in existing buildings, Larson's future assistance eventually made even more possible. With donations primarily funded by ACE, the first true building was erected in 2009. In it today is a display from Busch Gardens' Big Bad Wolf, saved figures and signage from Jazzland and Six Flags New Orleans, models, and an abundance of roller coaster cars and ride vehicles. More support followed. Cliff's Amusement Park donated the funds to essentially double the size of the storage facility and create a special climate-controlled room dedicated to blueprints, paper paraphernalia, and other temperature-sensitive historical documents. Today, in this second storage space, are coaster cars from Worlds of Fun's Orient Express, Coney Island's Cyclone, King's Dominion's Shockwave, an abundance of park signs, and other fun models and objects. The museum's most recent donations, a car from Busch Gardens' Loch Ness Monster and a Morgan manufacturing car from Pacific Pier's West Coaster, now also reside in this room. Yet again, a third building was attached to allow for more donations and artifacts, this time through the kindness of Knoble's Amusement Resort. In this third room, 2 of Cedar Point's 3 coaster car donations, Mantis and Disaster Transport, are on display. A true piece of history is also found there, with the donation of Matterhorn bobsled vehicles from Disneyland. It was the first tubular steel roller coaster ever built. A collection of junior coaster cars and Wild Mouse vehicles are found here as well, along with objects from water park history and other types of attractions, such as a Von Rahl Skyride car. The big news, of course, is the museum's massive new exhibit hall. It was decided that in order to move forward, a new museum and exhibit space needed to be erected. Dedicated to the memory of Mark Moore of Euromet, funds were raised to begin a major expansion. In a silver lining to the global pandemic, Larson Management kept workers on the payroll and working, and the 10,000 square foot addition was completed. It now houses a theater that will eventually play welcome videos to visitors, as well as preserved historical footage. A bar/hospitality room filled with countless Easter eggs for coaster fans enables the museum to host special events. Restroom facilities were included, and an expansive exhibit hall capable of showcasing tall structures can now welcome very large displays. A mezzanine for even more exhibits was built into the building, the floor of which was created from wood removed from Gwazi in Tampa. Just adjacent to the mezzanine is a train from Hershey Park's Super Duper Looper, the first permanent exhibit to go into the museum. The full potential of this climate-controlled exhibit space is just beginning to be developed. Many of the collection's pieces will find a home in this new space. A central structure topped with Texas Cyclone track displays many different coaster vehicles. The room will eventually show even more model displays. The exhibit space is considerable, and even at this stage, it is exciting to see how the museum can be fully realized in the future. Remarkable progress has taken place. Efforts by Rocky Mountain Construction, Skyline Attractions, and Great Coasters International have added to the successful momentum in the new expansion with their donated efforts in building displays, bars, and so much more. But there is still much to accomplish. To help support this preservation of industry history, visit rollercoastermuseum.org/donate.
This major structure is the center of the Mark Moore expansion here at the National Roller Coaster Museum and Archives. In 2009, Amusement Today introduced the Legend Series. Whether for lifelong contributions or parks or attractions that have exemplified the best of the best in the Golden Ticket Awards, these people, parks, and attractions have been a very important part of our amusement industry history. This year, we're proud to add one more.
After more than 30 years in the industry, Larry Bill has taken a lot of roller coaster rides. Unlike enthusiasts, he can say he was involved in building those rides. Larry Bill has been involved in an estimated 75 wooden roller coaster designs in 9 countries since his start in the industry back in the late 1980s. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering from the University of Cincinnati. For many years, his work was done for Custom Coasters International. He joined the company back in 1992, following a few years of work with Curtis Summers and Associates. When CCI closed its doors in 2002, 4 of the engineers from CCI decided to form a new company. Bill is one of the founding members of the Gravity Group, LLC. In many ways, Larry took us under his wing and helped us grow into the engineers that we are today, said Corey Kuipert, engineer and principal. Early on in the Gravity Group, park owners mainly wanted to talk to Larry, but he was always first to include us in conversations and bring us into the fray. To him, the Gravity Group wasn't just about one person, but about the entire team. We all worked together and shared equally in any accolades for a ride. As we have worked with Larry for many years, he has guided us in many ways, said Michael Graham, engineer and principal. Directly and indirectly, he made sure we knew that we were a team and that engineering roller coasters was not just the glamour of designing the ride path. He also was an advocate for regarding everybody on the team as part of the excellence of a roller coaster. Throughout his career, Bill enjoyed meeting park officials. One for whom he had great respect was Holiday World's Will Cook. 3 roller coasters were designed for the park, starting with the Raven, which in many respects put the park on the national map when it opened back in 1995. He remembers surveying the landscape with Cook and Jeff Mason, trying to preserve as many trees as possible. The Legend was a wooden coaster that opened 5 years later to welcome in the new millennium, and the Voyage opened in 2006. Both the Raven and the Voyage have taken the Golden Ticket for Best Wood Coaster in their operational lives. In 2021, all 3 wooden coasters are on the chart of the top 25 coasters. Figuring out how Hoosier Hurricane would fit into Indiana Beach's unique site is also a great memory for Bill. The ride was designed in 1993 and opened the following year. The team had brought a portable computer, what Bill terms as an electric rock, that was a heavy, all-in-one machine with a very small screen. That term is indicative of how far technology has come and its effects on how things are done today. In its close to 10 years of existence, Custom Coasters designed 34 screen machines, the majority of which involved Bill on the team. One of the driving forces of the Gravity Group, often inspired by Bill, was the sense of teamwork. The dissolution of Custom Coasters was a time of uncertainty, but the joined forces of the engineers involved was a first step once again. In addition to Larry's hard work ethic and his view of teamwork, when we formed the Gravity Group, he was a strong proponent of the group concept that was collaborative and not tied to individual heroics, said Graham. As most coaster companies are small businesses, he also made sure any potential employees understood that we wore multiple hats, and that the expectation was everyone would need to be well-rounded and called upon for random responsibilities. Since forming the Gravity Group, the company has been involved with 28 additional roller coaster designs. A sister company, Gravity Craft, was also formed to manufacture the Timberliner trains, which are marketed as the industry's only steering roller coaster car. They have become the signature rolling stock on Gravity Group coasters. Among the Gravity Group's accolades are Golden Ticket Awards. When the category of Best New Ride was introduced in 2005, the company took the first win with Hades at Mount Olympus Water and Theme Park. This was followed with The Voyage, and 2 years later with Ravine Flyer 2 at Valdemere. Over the years, the company has built large thrillers and several family-sized coasters. Even with years of experience and successful projects, Bill had no problem remaining quietly in the background. Larry wasn't one to step into the spotlight, noted Kuipert. He was always very thoughtful and wanted to share credit with everyone involved. Graham added, Larry was a steadfast, hard worker who would always jump in to help in any way that he could. We have been privileged to have been able to work with Larry for over 20 years. Amusement Today is pleased to add Larry Bill as the newest Golden Ticket Award legend.
Congratulations, Larry!
So congratulations, Larry. Thank you for all the years of fun and the thrills you've provided to us with countless rides on your wooden roller coaster designs.